Welcome to the channel if you're new here, and welcome back if you're a returning visitor or a subscriber. If you're a returning visitor and you've liked the content so far, please subscribe. It's free, and you get to see whenever I put up a new video. Right, today was supposed to be an update on this beastie, my little Tamiya BF109 in 1/72 scale, but I'm still waiting for the matte coat I've got on it at the moment to cure before I can move on to the final sort of stages. So this hopefully then will probably be up on Sunday as a completed build. In the interim, what I'm going to do is going to do an unboxing. I've already had a look at this kit myself, and there's so there'll be some bits missing out of it, not like parts of the aircraft, but the paints are not there, the brushes are there, and the glue's not there, because this is a gift set and it's supposed to include 6 paints, 2 brushes, and a polished cement. This is one of the first models I got, but I haven't had a chance to get to it yet. Anyway, what we'll do is we'll have a look at this as an unboxing, shall we? Right, this is basically the Airfix Harrier GR9A in 1/72 scale. It looks like there's only one scheme for it. I have seen a few other schemes dotted around that people have got that they've put on Harriers, so I don't know whether I'm going to try and put a slightly different scheme on it when it comes to actually doing it. Right, anyway, the box is side opening instead of top opening. Oh yeah, actually, let's see what we've got on the box. Basically, you've got the list of stuff there. You've got the light on it, right? You've got the scheme, which is just a simple grey scheme by the looks of it. On the other side, you've got some more information in a different language. Here, you've got the scheme again, and it gives you the payload and everything. It tells you what the payload is, and oh, it's dusty, and decals as well. Interesting that it's on the back. Right, anyway, let's get into the box and have a look shufty, shall we? Right. Okay, so that's that. So basically we got inside there would have been a bag that contained the paints in there, and brush, the 2 brushes, and the little tube of poly cement. They're all stuffed away in a drawer at the moment. The paints, as usual with this, I had the gift set from the Battle of Britain Memorial flight, and the paints were terrible. You couldn't. I think like at least 40% of them, 30 to 40% of them were completely unusable. 20% were rock hard. There was a couple that were like I could sort of try and bring back rehydrating in, but they were so grainy they were unusable. And the same was with these. I mean, you get 6 paints in here, and you can't complete the gift set with the paints in there. So these gift sets are starter sets. This is my one big bugbear with these sets from Airfix, is they're a fantastic idea, but the execution is terrible, and the one thing that lets them down more than anything is the actual paints. So anybody expecting to complete a starter kit or a gift set using the paints included is going to be very disappointed. Right, so as usual, one big bag. So it's typical Airfix. We'll have a look at the sprues in a minute. I haven't opened that. Right. One thing I do like about Airfix though is their instruction manuals. Yeah, so it gives you a little bit of history on the Harrier, some warnings, usual things. Then it goes on with icons, assembly instructions, contents list, and all that sort of stuff in various languages. And it carries on. Advice of supervising adults, safety rules, blah blah blah. Right, and then it starts going through the actual build itself. Right, as usual, starting the cockpit, and there's a figure, which I never ever put the figures in, or I haven't yet. But admittedly, I'm only on my 4th build, so later on I may start doing it. So it goes through the cockpit assembly, putting the front half together with the cockpit in there, and then it starts with the working on the engine intake. Again, fuselages go together. Now the holes. Oh yeah. So in flight. So put some holes in. I don't know what they're for. I think that might. Oh, is that a refueling tube? I think that might be a refueling tube on this one. So you've got to drill 2 holes for that. Then there's putting holes in for the stand. Again, refueling tube. And there's a wheels down option, wheels up option. Yeah, so it looks all pretty standard. Oh, little decal sheet tucked away there. We'll have a look at that in a second. Move on a bit. Basically, this is just part of the engines. These are like the jets. I think they're rotating everything there. There's again, that'll be interesting to do. I haven't got anything really metallic that I could do with that. That's part of the exhaust system. There we go. Again, you can decide whether you want the actual jets vertical or horizontal. You must be. Yeah. So I don't know if you can actually. I don't know if it's only like you've got 2 directions. You can have the nozzles, or you can have them wherever you want. Start building the tail assembly. Horizontal stabilizers. The tail itself goes in then. Wing sections. Then put the wing sections onto the fuselage. The underside of the fuselage. Then connect the front to the rear. Then you start putting the intakes on, the cowlings for the intakes. Yeah. Pylons on for weapons. There's a lot to it actually. I mean, we're on 28 already, yeah. So there's lots and lots to be doing. Air brake open or closed. Pylons for weapon systems. Nose wheel. So it's up to you whether you have the nose wheel up or I think you just have a piece there if you're not going to have the nose wheel. And there's a nose wheel if you want it. Same again. So this is basically landing gear. So we're on 37 already. It's quite complicated. This is going to be really enjoyable. Right, again, whether you want it on the stand, on the ground, or in the air. So. See, it says here, anyway, there's a bit in here, it says the model cannot rest on its wheels with the air brake in the fully open position. So, yeah, if you've got it fully open, you'd have to have it on the stand. So here you could have wheels, you could have the wheels down with the air brake closed, the air brake partially open. If it's fully open, you've got to put it on the stand, according to that. And then we go through the loadout. Me, I like to see as much as possible. Then they're asking whether you want the canopy open or closed, I presume. I think that's refueling. Yeah. And the scheme is not on the manual. The scheme is on the box. So you've got one scheme, basically. I mean, it's quite thick, this manual. There is a lot to this. It's like 49 different steps for this model, so it's quite complicated. This is going to be a long build, I think, when it comes to video edit. So I think it may be more than 4 episodes. Right. Actually, I'm looking forward to that. I'm going to have to get a bit better though, or I can do it. Even though it's a gift set. Right then. Oh, what we was going to look at next? We was going to look at a teeny little decal sheet. I presume these are cartograph again. Let's see what it says on the box. They normally tell you on the box, yep, decals by cartograph. Oh, okay. So tiny, tiny, tiny little decals. Ooh. Right. It's about as close as I can get. Right, they are tiny. but cartograph, so you can't go wrong. I'm doing that Tamiya model at the moment, the BF109, and as easy as the decals went down, they are thick. The carrier film still, because I know it's there, I can pick out the carrier film, and I find it annoying. With cartograph on the two Spitfires and a Lancaster that I've built, the cartograph decals went down beautifully. Right, so that's that. So now we're going to move on to the actual sprue. Right then, we're going to look through the sprues, see what they've got in them, just see how good the detail is, and as usual with Airfix, one bag. And as you can see, I haven't opened this yet, so you're seeing it like the first time with me as well, so I'll just open that. Okie dokie, you can live in there. Right, this is another one about my bugbears about Airfix. Everything in one bag, so good chance that your kit's going to get damaged, or at least parts will start coming off the sprues. Right, I don't really want to open this. We'll do this when we go for the build, but very small, only a couple of bits of glass. The bag's fogged up, so I can't really see that well. So, I'll sod this, we'll open it. I'll put it back in the bag. I'll open it so you guys can see. Normally I don't like to open the glass until I come to build. So it's more protected then. Right then. Okay. Oh no 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 no. Oh, I don't know if that's meant to be there. Right. Put my glasses on, tell you if it's a frame or not. I'm not sure if it is. Oh, that might be a frame. Or it's the worst seam in history. Right, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a massive, I'm sure that's flash as well. I have never seen flash on glass yet, but then again I'm inexperienced. But that is terrible, that flash, if that's flash. I'm sure that's flash, as well as and I don't know if that's a frame. I'll have to have a look. Let's look at the picture of the box. No. Nope, that is not. That is not meant to be a seam. Oh, that's really wrecked that for me. Yeah. There's supposed to be some engraving on it, yeah, but that. Yeah, I'm afraid, to me that's unusable. If anybody knows any different with this, if anybody's seen this gift set before, the Harrier gift set, and knows anything about this, yeah, please let me know, because to me that's pretty much destroyed the model for me. Because Airfix won't ship me out here where I am, new glass. So to me that model is, I can't build it. There's flash all over this, it's terrible. Right, you can see it here. So obviously it looks like this half of the injection mold wasn't properly closed, because that all around this piece of glass is just flash city, and there's that huge seam going right down the centre of there. This side's alright, but this is That's unusual. Okay, I mean, that's... At my skill level, like, I won't be able to do anything about that. I mean, I could try, I suppose, but I don't believe that I'm up to that. I haven't got the skill to do that. That's so disappointing. Right, anyway, forget the glass for a minute. I can go and rant to myself later. Right, then we move on so you guys can see what we've got. Okay. Yeah, this sprue snapped. I don't know if that's in shipping or, well, obviously it's right. Detail on it on the fuselages are nice. What is going on? Right, I think that was, wow. I think that was meant to be part of sprue A. Right. So if I put that there and that there, yes it was. They've snapped, because this actually fitted, this all fitted perfectly in the bag. Something weird going on here, I tell you. Right, because that was snapped off in the bag. Right. Anyway, back to this. Right, the fuselage is okay. There's a lot of ejector pin marks, but they're hidden anyway. You won't see, I mean, you're not going to see them. Tons of ejector pin marks, aren't you? One there, one there. There's ejector pin marks all over the place on the inside of this. But this is the rear fuselage, so you're not going to see inside there. So that shouldn't be a problem. Some nice detail. I don't like that finish on there. It's all, I don't know if you can see, but it's sort of like the actual finish along here. I'm not a fan of. Right. Okay. Right. Anyway, on this sprue, it's a really complicated sprue, and this is another thing that, like, sort of sometimes frustrates me with Airfix is the fact that their stuff is dotted around different sprues rather than like everything in one place. Anyway, look, tail section here, horizontal stabilizers. There's the front. I mean, there's some nice detail on the front here. Yeah. So you've got the refueling, depends if you want it out or not. Basically the wet and load out. There's the other half of the rear fuselage. That's better. Some raised rivets here as well. The finish isn't all that good. Lots of ejector pin marks. So that sprue A. I'm more and more disappointed with this kit the more I see it. Right, sprue B, wings, fuel tanks, I presume. Yeah, the figure in there, soft. I don't like using figures anyway, but that's, the detail's pretty soft on that. Tyres, no detail on the tyres, as usual. Landing gear's quite detailed. Okay. And there's a bit missing. Oh no, maybe not. it might have something to do with landing gear down, landing gear up. I presume that's for the nose wheel then. I'll have to look at the manual about that. Yeah. Loads and loads of ejector pin marks. A lot of ejector pin marks. Really? Actually, I'm pretty disappointed with this kit so far. I mean, there's a lot to do and a lot of detail, and this one looks a bit better. This sprue. Yeah, this. Okay, upper wings. So there's the nozzles. Some more of the loadout. So you get choice horizontal stabilizers, depending on which angle you want them at. Is that right? Oh no, is this on the... Yeah. You have to really carefully read the instructions. Cockpit seat. Where you found it? So the cockpit tub's there. Where's the instrument panel? Yeah. There we go. Oh, no, man. So actually, this is a... That's a rear... The details and nothing to shake out, and look, see the dents in there as well. On that. Okay, this is... The more I look at this, the more disappointed I am. There's no actual flash or anything, but the detail seems... Well, not on the plastic sprue anyway, the styrene sprue. And there, also, that seems to have broke off from something. But the detail that there is seems fairly soft, if you know what I mean. It's not very crisp. But there's like sort of flaws that I'm not all that happy about, to tell you the truth. Tons of ejector pin marks. I mean, you're not worried about so much the finish on the underside of stuff because you're not going to see it. Same with the injector pin marks. But it just seems a lot. Yeah. Detail on the fan's not too bad, and the detail on the landing gear, I think these are the wingtip ones. The tyres themselves, I don't know if that's texture or if that's just rough moulding, because that's pretty rough. Obviously. Oh, there might actually be moulding on it, but it's hard to tell because of the damn seam line that's running all the way around it. So I think there is texture on them tyres. But there's a seam line running all the way around. Oh look, I like the idea of the locating. If you see there that it's actually shaped where you locate it on, so you got to have it the right way around. There's a bit of... No, it's not flash, it's a locating pin. So actually, I mean, there's some parts of it that are quite... This will take a bit of work though to get looking decent. And actually, for me, the glass is the killer at the moment. And where I am, I doubt Airfix will send me another piece of glass. So it may be... I'm gonna have to have a go at the glass first before anything else to see if I can actually retrieve it. So you may or may not see this build. Right then, so that's the sprues. There's 3 sprues for this, plus the glass sprue and a broken bit. Tilly 2. Right, okay, so there's the glass in there. That all goes in this bag. There's a lot to do on this kit. I mean, this would take this would take a while to do, especially at my sort of speed of doing the kits. You know, I don't whiz through them. I like to take my time through them. So I mean, there's a lot in this. So that's overall disappointed, to tell you the truth. And I've also, right, let's get you away. There's the manual with the decals inside. Might as well throw that right in the bag, that way everything's in the bag. Righty ho, you in here. Now the box doesn't look beat up like some of the models that I've had, so that have been shipped to me. See, the box isn't in terrible condition, so it doesn't explain the snapped sprue. There's a bit there, but that wouldn't explain it. Anyway, Airfix Harrier GR9A. Would I buy it again? Nope. I'd love to do a Harrier, a really good one, but this gift set has disappointed me. Obviously, I mean, the glass probably is a flaw, and Airfix, I know Airfix will replace parts that are missing or damaged, so I mean, they will probably attempt to replace it. So I'll get in contact with them and see what they'll do. And when it comes to it, the first thing I'm going to do before anything else is try and clean up that glass. If I can do it, I'll carry on and do the build. It's still worth doing, you know. I'll be able to do something with it, hopefully. But I'm going to leave it on the back, this one on the back burner for a while till I get a bit more experience, because at the moment I don't think I'm good enough to sort out the issues I've seen so far. I know they're there, so that's something I can work on. And but if anybody else has had this kit, let me know if you had the same sort of experience with it. And was it easy to get the replacement for the glass? But yeah, sorry, some Airfix bit to me, along with the because it's a gift set or starter set. Well, this one's a gift set, but because of the gift set at the start, because of the quality of the paints in there, it's like another sort of smack in the face when I. Because I've always said, well, not always said this, but I said this about the gift set for the Lancaster and everything else, that because I went in with my eyes wide open about the state of the paints and that, yeah, it was the model I was interested in, so I could forgive the paints for myself, that is. But with this one, I'm sorry, this is a fail for me at the moment. But I will put it on the back burner, and I'll come back to it and try and do a good job of it later on. But oh God. Right, anyway, let me know your thoughts if you've got this kit. Any comments? Yeah, I'd love to hear them. Anyway, hope you liked it. I hope this is a little bit of an eye-opener, because all the unboxing stuff I normally see, they're normally like people that go on and say they rave about it, and so hopefully this may be a little bit of an eye-opener. Hopefully Airfix will do something about this. I wonder if they see the video, I hope they'll like turn around and say, right, yeah, we'll send you a bit of glass or something. But anyway, hope you like the video so far. Don't forget to like, comment, especially if you've got this kit, yeah. I want to hear your comments, yeah. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and click the little belly thing on there. And I'll see you guys later.